Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Islamic Audiobooks collection. I will be reading 30 Lessons for Those Who Fast by Abdullah al Qarni, which can be downloaded from kalamullah.com. Let's read. Page 76. Lesson 16. Faith increases in Ramadan. Faith increases and decreases according to one's deeds. It increases with obedience and decreases with disobedience. It increases with prayers and uprightness and decreases with corruption and deviance. As for those who are willing to be guided, He increases their ability to follow His guidance and causes them to grow in God consciousness. Quran 47 verse 17. Allah Almighty also says, "It is He who from on high has bestowed inner peace upon the hearts of the believers, seeing that gods are all the forces of the heavens and the earth, and that God is all-knowing, truly wise. They might grow yet more firm in their faith." Quran 48 verse 4. In Ramadan, faith increases, conviction grows, and monotheism becomes resplendent because of the closeness of the servant to his Lord. Fasting is one of the most righteous deeds, and it brings about closeness to Allah. Moreover, it nurtures a special relationship with Allah that distances the Muslim from the fire and from disobedience as well. The standing in Ramadan entails closeness, love, obedience, and a yearning to expel hypocrisy from within the Muslim. It also nourishes the tree of faith until it becomes firm and entrenched, producing its fruits all the time with the permission of its Lord. Here are some of the things that will increase your faith and strengthen your conviction. The performance of congregational prayer with reverence, humility, reflection, and attentiveness. Verily, for all believers, prayer is indeed a sacred duty linked to particular times of the day. Quran 4 verse 103. Congregational prayer dispels hypocrisy and cultivates piety. Still besides, it prevents indecency and wrongdoing. Allah says in the Quran, "Prayer restrains man from loathsome deeds and from all that runs counter to reason, and remembrance of God is indeed the greatest good, and God knows all that you do." Quran 29 verse 45. The reading of the Quran, reflection upon its verses, living in its shade, breathing its fresh air and following its guidance, all serve to increase faith. All this we have expounded in this blessed divine writ, which we have revealed unto thee, O Muhammad, so that men may ponder over its messages, and so that those who are endowed with insight may take them to heart. Quran 38 verse 29. The fervent and constant remembrance of Allah with the heart, tongue, and limbs, with praise and exaltation, will help to increase faith. Remember Him, and He will remember you. Call upon Him in the early hours of the morning and seek earnestly His forgiveness. Seek useful knowledge and understanding of your religion. Always say, "O my Sustainer, cause me to grow in knowledge." Quran 20 verse 114. Question the people of knowledge, and if you have not yet realized this, ask the followers of early revelation. Quran 16 verse 44. Attend the sittings of remembrance. No one is irritated from sitting with such people. Surely the seeking of knowledge increases faith and reinforces the roots of monotheism. Know then, O man, that there is no deity save God, and that while there is yet time, ask forgiveness for thy sins. Quran 47 verse 19. Note, dear reader, that Allah begins this directive here with knowledge before words and deeds. Charity is yet another factor that increases faith. Although this was discussed in a separate lesson, it is important to recognize here that giving and sacrificing raises the station of the servant and purifies him. It disciplines his character and straightens his crooked ways. Contemplation of the signs of Allah, the Creator, also increases faith. Every Muslim should examine his skillful creation of the universe. The Quran affirms that in the creation and the succession of night and day, there are messages for the people of insight, those who remember God when they stand and when they sit, when they lie down to sleep, and thus reflect on the creation of the heavens and the earth. O our sustainer, thou hast not created aught of this without meaning and purpose. Limitless art thou in thy glory. Keep us safe then from suffering through fire. Quran 3 verse 191. Ramadan is a time of purification for the reflective mind and illumination of its thoughts. It is a period when discerning hearts are also lighted. It is therefore befitting that people of faith should use this occasion to meditate upon the excellent work of the Creator. Blessed be his names. For faith decreases, suffers ill health, and can indeed die. Faith decreases when people abandon the Quran and Sunnah and seek thereafter satisfaction in the junk that comes from human minds. It vanishes when they become obsessed with the mental produce of weak and helpless creatures. Thus, if a servant adopts this course, he does in effect exchange what is good with that which is nearer. By so doing, he would have completed his loss and confirmed his destruction. Satan would most certainly overwhelm him. Such as these are Satan's partisans. O verily, it is they, the partisans of Satan, who will truly be the losers. Quran 58 verse 19. Amusement, play, and association with the people of falsehood similarly cause a decrease of faith. This is usually the fate of those who reject the divine Sharia laws and instead choose to wallow in the mire of vice and sensual delights. Allah Almighty warns, and pay no heed to any of whose heart we have rendered heedless of all remembrance of us, because he had always followed only his own desires, abandoning all that is good and true. Quran 18 verse 28. Other common acts that similarly diminish faith include setting free the limbs in acts of disobedience, defiling parts of the body with misdeeds, and blackening the heart with sin. Here, the eye gazes at the unlawful, the ear listens to obscenity, the heart grazes in the fields of carnal desires, the hand oppresses, the sexual organs engage in perversion, and the stomach is filled with sin. O Allah, we seek your compassion and mercy. O you who fast and have chastened your limbs from indecency, rejoice with the pleasure of God. Mercy, forgiveness, and an abode in paradise to be inhabited by those who entered through the Al-Rayyan gate. Those who fast must therefore ask themselves whether their faith has increased or decreased during Ramadan. Did their conviction become stronger or weaker? For it is only then that they will distinguish between progress and regression, and gain from loss. O Allah, increase us in faith, conviction, understanding, and success. That was today's lesson. Please do join us for tomorrow's lesson, inshallah.